This is a longer poem, kind of a narrative poem from Otis entitled, what's the name of it? The Boy Next Door. It's quite long, so if you get through it with me and I get through it without too many mistakes, great. The Boy Next Door. I spotted him through red and yellow leaves, sitting on the ground at the neighborhood bus stop. Drunk and bewildered the night before, the bus would move me east, I hoped. My car was out there somewhere in the direction of the rising sun, but exactly where I could not say. Hi, Aaron. Do you know who I am? Yes, you're Bill's son. I know, sure. I know Bill real good. Bill loves his pipe, golf, and he likes flowers, too. I know Bill, of course. He talks to me. Good to see you, Aaron. You know smoking is bad for him, don't you? But I still like Bill for many reasons, really. He treats me like nothing is wrong in the world. He treats me like everybody is the same. Your dad is in love with ferns and roses. You know that, right? He told me he mixes his hostas like making babies. He has his own colors. I've seen him do it. He splits them, then plants them side by side. I watch him closely from that window. He pointed at his old restored home across the road. And tobacco, I reminded him. He loves that, doesn't he? Of course, he smiled. That's his best friend, Tobacco Jones. He likes a pipe in his mouth, that's for certain, like candy for kids. He must think it's cool, but it's not that cool. I never thought it was cool, Aaron. I sat at the sprawling base of a massive oak tree. Overhead a sign read, Free Ride Pole. It was overcast, yet balmy on this autumn day. What did that mean, free ride pole? Where are you going, my friend? You look excited today, like you're ready to roll. I'm heading to the mall, but I go downtown first, then transfer. It's my route and I like it. That's how I do it. But the mall is out west, Aaron. Why do you go downtown first? Downtown is straight east from here. It's in the complete opposite direction. I catch the bus, then it turns around downtown. It's the way I do it, my style, you know? It's how I roll. His response seemed slightly defensive, as if asking me why was rude of me. Puzzled by this biblically named boy, maybe he likes the journey, and this makes going west by first going east a sweeter, much longer trip. He could be imitating Magellan, the classic mariner. He's clearly not without direction. This is a ball, after all. You can go either way and eventually arrive. My friend was almost 16 and quite intuitive. Mr. Gregarious would be a solid yet silly nickname. Aaron's a special breed. Tell me something, young man. Do you follow politics? Yes, and I like Schwarzenegger, but he's a sinner, a big-time sinner. He retorted without pause, as if scripted. A sinner? Arnold Schwarzenegger? How's that, Aaron? He's married with kids, isn't he? How do you know this? A sinner? I just do. Trust me. I know how to read. Plus, I see all the important pictures in the magazines. And pictures don't lie. Cameras are cool because they don't lie. Aaron is the eldest son of my parents' next-door neighbors, devout Mormons. His father is a doctor and an ethical man. I see where my young friend collects his scrupulous ways. His judgment of Arnold is not surprising, nor, well, soon to be far off. Are you a Republican, Aaron? Of course I am. What else would I be? Jesus Christ. He smiled, and I thought, sure, yes, you are. What else would you and Jesus be but Republican? If he were here today, Jesus, no doubt, would be a conservative. Arnold is also a Republican. You know that? Arnold is a sinner, remember? Sinners come in many colors, Jim. Hollywood is all about sex and violence and sin. Besides, you may not know this, but I'm a better actor than Arnold. I wouldn't doubt that, Aaron, not in the least. You have that fire in your eyes. I can see it from here. I noticed his eyes were hooded, brown, and milky. Do you act? He inquired. No, not much. Actually, not a lick. None, never, zippo. I wouldn't reveal I was writing a play, that my life had become a theater, and that last night it was just that, as I spent $130 on liquor, told tales of unruly Jews, broken lines of Shakespeare, inside a tap room full of sore losers who could care less about Bluestein or Richard II than I could more about these iconoclasts. I wondered, am I living the life of a mad pirate? Am I living the life of a jackass? Not remembering much about last night aside from still shots and bad rock and roll. There were no motion pictures I recall. However, Aaron, I should confess I write dialogue on occasion, but I don't act. Do you know any actors who can help me get a part in the movies? I need a job, a good one that pays real nice. My uncle is Joseph Campanella. He's not far from famous, a voice in his day. He lives in Hollywood somewhere. A stud? Aaron furthered. Is he a stud, this Campanella guy? He has 7 sons, Aaron, all healthy as horses, so yes, you could call him a stud. Aaron remained bemused, though attentive. I saw his eyes trying to connect a man to a horse to a stud. I can play many roles, this young man assured me. I'm better than most actors, and I'm real honest, that's true. You're not a sinner, right, Aaron? I winked finally. Not yet, and I don't plan on it, not in this lifetime. I'm a Mormon, he confirmed. Do you know about the golden plates, Aaron? Yes. Joseph Smith led us out west by the glorious grace of one Brigham Young. I know all the stories, the entire history. I remember too, Aaron. Across the Mississippi they journeyed, from Nauvoo, Illinois, no less, to the Promised Land. You call it sweet Utah, right? How do you know? Luck, my friend, and reading. I do cheat sometimes. I open books now and again. Still, I wasn't about to fully concede that Mr. Quicksilver was a hustler, a shyster, a sleight-of-hand type of degenerate gambler. Quite literally, purely a con artist, Joseph Smith was. I couldn't tell Aaron this. Didn't have the heart. Smith reinterpreted the scriptures on a 5th of whiskey. However, that's still up for debate, being a con man, that is. Who counted plates from pure white heaven, I mused. Mormons are all over the world, Aaron reminded me. They're the best people on earth, and I know you know that. I do realize it, my friend. Joseph Smith is a saint of circumstance. He's like salt, he's like earth, he's required. My young comrade nodded with satisfaction. We don't have saints like you do, though, us Mormons. Like us. I know Bill's a Catholic. He told me so. He smokes too much, I know for certain, but he gets out of bed and goes to church. And I like that he's a man of God, your dad. I watch him leave every Sunday morning past 7 a.m. Bill starts his engine. We both get up before the sunrise. That's why we're friends. I appreciate your observations, Aaron. Is the bus late? It's been a long time. My head is really throbbing. Jesus, Marion. We've been here for eons, haven't we? He glanced at his red plastic swatch. Nope. The bus is on time as usual. Here it comes now. He smiled wide. And I don't know what eons are, Jim. I smiled back as the bus neared. I decided, after all, to walk, in search of my lost Jeep in space. Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, he waved. I then lumbered away from the large oak tree, meandering up a quiet road in Iowa, east into a midday sun. It was then I realized how aware and inquisitive my young friend Aaron truly was, especially for a person with a third copy of chromosome 21. Such a friendly kid with Downs.